Hello friends, do you know what happens when a star dies without an explosion? In this video we dive into the rare and haunting phenomena of a failed supernova. Located 2.5 million light years away, a massive star over 25 times the mass of our sun has done the impossible. It vanished from the night sky without a typical Big Bang. Let us explore this further. In the spring of 2009, astronomers pointed the large binocular telescope towards the galaxy 22 million light years away called NGC 6946. They were tracking a massive star, a red supergiant known as N6946 BH1. This star was a monster, roughly 25 times the mass of our sun. By all the laws of astrophysics we have written over the last century, this star had only one way to die, that is supernova. What is going on here? Before we proceed, a word about our sponsor. Are you struggling to find the right solution for your business problems? I would like to introduce HelloGig.com, whose AI engine connects you with the top tier freelancers from your industry, which helps in designing a better, scalable solution for your business. Whether you are a SaaS startup or an enterprise, HelloGig makes sure that you can focus on your core business. With HelloGig's global freelance network, you can depend upon all the technology needs, be it software development, artificial intelligence, video editing, or even something else. Ready to hire smarter? Scan this QR code on the screen or click on the link given below in the description. Now let's get back to our video. We expected a blast so bright that it would outshine its entire galaxy. We expected a cosmic fireworks show that would last for a month. But instead, something impossible happened. The star brightened slightly, flickered, and then it simply vanished. When NASA Hubble and the Spitzer telescope looked back at the spot in 2015, the star was gone. No debris, no clouds, no glowing remnant, just empty space. Today we are exploring the failed supernova, the rare and eerie moment when a star skips the explosion entirely and collapses directly into a black hole. To understand why this event shocked the scientific community, we first have to look at the standard death of the star. For millions of years, a massive star is a balancing act. On one side, we have a gravity trying to crush everything into a single point. On the other, you have nuclear fusion in the core, pushing outwards with incredible pressure. As long as the star has fuel, which is hydrogen and helium, all the way up to the periodic table, it stays stable. But eventually, it hits a wall, iron. Fusing iron consumes energy instead of releasing it. The outward pressure stops instantly. In a fraction of a second, gravity wins. The outer layer of the star rushes inwards at 25% the speed of light. They hit the ultra-dense core, bounce off, and create a shock wave that tears the star apart. That is called supernova, and it is the most violent event in the universe. Or at least that is what we thought always happened. So what happened to this N6946 BH1? In 2009, astronomers saw it observed it it started to brighten. This is usually the warning shot before a supernova. But the brightness didn't peak. It reached about 1,000,000 times the luminosity of our sun, which sounds like a lot, but for a supernova, that is a fizzle. By 2015, visible light observed showed nothing at all. Astronomers had to play cosmic detective, and there are several theories. Theory first, theory A. Maybe the star was just hiding behind a dust cloud. They checked with the Spitzer space telescope, which sees that in infrared, if the star was there, its heat would glow through the dust. But the infrared signal was incredibly faint and fading fast. In this scenario, the star's core was so massive and its gravity was so overwhelming that the shock wave, that thing that's supposed to cause the explosion, never made it out. Instead of bouncing off the core, the star matter was simply swallowed by something. The star didn't explode, it imploded, it blinked into a black hole. This raises a massive question. Why do some stars explode while others just give up? Recent research, including a stunning discovery in February 2026 involving a star in the Andromeda galaxy, suggests this might be more common than we think. Astronomers estimate that 10% to 30% of the massive stars might end their life as failed supernovas. There are few theories on this as well. First is mass. Some stars may simply be too heavy. If the core is massive enough, the bounce of the shock wave isn't strong enough to overcome the weight of the outer layer. Next is spin. A star rotation might play a role. A fast spinning star might create enough centrifugal force to help the explosion along, whereas a slow star might collapse more easily. Next is metallicity. The chemical makeup of the star, how many heavy elements it contains, affects how much opaque material is in the outer layer, which can trap or release the energy of the collapse. If 30% of the star are skipping the supernova phase, it solves a huge mystery in astronomy, the missing supernova problem. For years, we have noticed that we see far fewer supernovas than our models suggest we should. Now we know why. We were looking for explosions, but we should have been looking for disappearances. Even though these stars die quietly, they don't go completely silent. When a star collapses directly into a black hole, it releases a massive burst of neutrinos, which are also known as ghostly particles that can pass through solid lead. This sudden loss of energy actually causes the star's mass to drop by a tiny fraction of a percentage. This tiny drop in mass weakens the star's gravity just enough to let the very outermost layer of the gas drift away. This creates a faint, cool infrared glow, the dying gasp of a star. If this specific signature that allowed teams at the Caltech and Harvard to confirm this event, then we know what has happened. This is the ultimate cosmic transition. In a matter of minutes, a giant star that dominates its neighborhood for millions of years is replaced by a black hole, a dark, silent spot in space with same mass but no light at all. The discovery of direct collapse changes how we view the life cycle of the universe. It tells us the corpse of the largest star might be hidden in the plain sight, scattered across the cosmos as invisible black holes that never announce their birth with a bang. It's a reminder that the universe is under no obligation to be loud. Sometimes the most significant changes happen in a total silence. If you were standing on a planet orbiting a nearby star when it happened, you wouldn't see a blinding light. You would simply look up at the sky and one of the brightest light in your heaven would have just go out. So friends, what do you think about this? If you have any comments, do let me know. Thanks for watching. And if you want a deeper dive into the mysteries of black holes, check out our next video about Event Horizon. Don't forget to subscribe and stay updated on the latest and the about the final frontier. And friends, I look forward to receiving your messages and I will catch you again in the next one.